There is no movie out there that I am more excited about than Deadpool and Wolverine. I just about lost my mind when they announced it. Not only is Deadpool finally coming back, but he's number one in the MCU now. And finally, the groundwork they've been laying for like 5 years. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds together again. Production, of course, wrapped on the project, which has made people like me suspect that maybe they might not even release this movie in July. Maybe Ryan Reynolds is going to hop on social media one of these days and say, by the way, guys, surprise, next week, Deadpool and Wolverine opens sometime in late May. Again, I have no proof that that's going to happen. That's just me guessing and being a fan. But right now, reports have come in that Deadpool and Wolverine are currently back on set shooting reshoots. Now, Sean Levy, the director, is saying great things like the movie's exactly as we dreamed. And there's a really interesting piece in here. Let me see if I can find it, where he was talking about, this is it. There were people who were worried again about that Disney wouldn't really let them do what they want to do with Deadpool. Sean Levy said this. I think this is a great quote. He said, there was no way I was going to reinvent a wheel, a tonal wheel that works so beautifully. Both Disney and Marvel, up and down the food chain, empowered Ryan and I to make this movie exactly how we dreamed. Now, this is something we've heard over and over again about the movie, that Disney and Marvel completely stayed out of their way and let them make the movie however they wanted to make it. But they are in reshoots right now. So one discussion I've seen floating around is some people wondering is, well, if they're in reshoots, I mean, in a couple of days, it's May. The movie's coming out in July. Are they going to make the release date? Here's the thing about that. People got to remember that years and years and years and years ago, pre-pandemic and years before that, Kevin Feige, head of Marvel, confirmed and said, when we make movies now and we're scheduling them, we plan reshoots in advance. We don't know what we're reshooting because we haven't started shooting the movie yet, but we know we're going to pick up on things that we think we can improve on. And fortunately, Marvel's got the money that they can do that and say, we're going to plan and schedule reshoots. So it's not a big deal. It wasn't all that long ago in Hollywood history when reshoots was a massive red flag, because to go and reshoot something, that's a lot of money. But with Marvel and now DC and stuff like that, it's just a normal part of the day. So there has been other reports coming out now saying, nope, this is completely part of the plan. This reshooting area right now is just a part of the already planned schedule. It will not interfere with the July release date. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so that you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. When they arrived at our house, my wife Ann loved the feel of them so much, she couldn't even wait for me to get home to put them on our bed. Miracle Made has self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle Sheets also have incredible comfort and quality. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to TryMiracle, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to TryMiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Rob, we've seen Marvel go back and they've added a lot of things and here and there. I am curious what they've decided to add in here, whether it's more cameos or whether it's a new ending or whatever. Regardless, you're here, they're reshooting right now. Do you think this poses any threat to their July release date?
No, because what they'll do, like you said, this movie didn't finish production until pretty recently.
Right.
This isn't like it finished a year ago and no.
It was supposed to, but it got massively because of the strikes and everything.
Yeah. So here's the thing, because they've always built these in. When people think that I would call these more pickups than anything else, because
that's what I was thinking.
Because
too.
A reshoot assumes that something was bad and they have to go back and fix it. I think in the case of these movies, what they do is they look at them and they know, oh, you know what? Because everyone thinks that when you're on a movie set, you capture lightning in a bottle and that it's all perfect. But that isn't necessarily true. And when you finally put a movie together, which is a whole different thing, when you can finally look at it and step back and go, you know what? We can do something here. We can do something here. And you can figure something out. Like even on our little movie, Forbidden Tango, which you can see streaming, I had an idea as the editor very, very late in the game. And I said, there's something that's missing from this movie that I thought we needed. And it would require a reshoot, a pickup, a whole different scene that wasn't even in the movie. And we did it. And we put it in, it worked beautifully. And I think with a movie like Deadpool, which is so reliant probably on jokes and things, I mean, I can only imagine Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and Sean Levy are like, you know what? This gives me an idea for another joke. And they probably were sketching things going, if we did this, and we did this, or we did this. And they had all this stuff ready to go. So for their pickups, they probably were very specific. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. And because they're probably capturing this movie digitally, as soon as they shoot, it goes right to the editorial suite and they cut it. And the scenes are probably done the next day and cut into the movie. And then it goes right to the sound designers, right to the scorer, whoever's scoring it. And they can make changes very, very quickly.
Now, it used to be, and it is still today for 90% of movies, that, listen, and as people who have made little films and stuff like that, you've made bigger ones than me, but making films, everybody who's made a film knows this. You're done production, you've spent all the money, or at least most of the money, and now you're in the edit and stuff like that, and new ideas come to you.
Yes.
But it's too bad, because you think, oh my God, I wish we had done this with this scene. Well, that's
100, and every filmmaker at every budget level feels
has always encountered that. But it's too bad, too late, you can't do anything about it. But that's what Kevin Feige talked about before. He said, as we're sitting in the edit, new ideas will hit us. And when you're somebody like Marvel, you've got the money to say, let's bring everybody back together for a week.
Count the money.
And in the digital world, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
The only real question with something like this is, does it require a lot of special effects and post-production work?
Right.
Because that can extend the time. But now cutting these shots together, you plan exactly what you need around what your resources are and your time. So, I mean, remember when was it All the Money in the World that Ridley Scott replaced Kevin Spacey?
Yep.
And they went and redid all of his scenes in like a couple of weeks.
Right.
And who did he replace him with again?
Christopher Plummer.
Plummer, who, by the way, got an Oscar nomination for filling in for Kevin Spacey, which was pretty funny. I mean, and you can just know that in this, Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, and the guys are sitting around the edit and coming up with new jokes. And wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And now you can do it. And it's probably, like to your point, Rob, it's probably not visual effects dependent. It's probably just dialogue dependent.
Yeah.
And being able to throw all that.
And if you're on a set and you're not doing green screen comps, I mean, all you have to do is shoot that stuff. I mean, people forget you can set up 2 flats and shoot a scene if you need to, and no one's the wiser.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, this is different than what would be considered red flag reshoots.
Yes.
Right? Recently, Disney scrapped their entire Deadpool or Daredevil series because they're like, you know what? This isn't the series we wanted to be.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a red flag saying it's not the show we wanted it to be. We're going to go back to the drawing board. Captain America 4. They are clearly doing significant reshoots because they felt they needed to make some major direction changes. But for the most part, when Marvel does reshoots or additional photography, as they call it now, it's usually just a pre-planned thing. So all the new ideas that hit them during the edit, they have a chance to go and implement them. So basically, that's all to say. No, I don't think this is going to delay their release date. It might hurt my theory that they're going to drop the movie early.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, for so long Canada Day.
Yep, there goes that hope I had. But anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you worried to hear that they're doing additional photography? Are you like me and you think, no, this is just par for the course? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.